Hey everybody, this is the Therascoop. It's a lateral trainer. Now, I've covered this scoop lateral trainer a while ago. This is the big brother of it, if you will. It's a more sturdy version. It has more resistance, a little bit heavier. It's designed to be able to handle more intense workouts. So let's see what's inside. That you have to open it from this end, which is what we'll do. This is very well packaged, as you can tell. Get these for protection. Just remove these. Now this is the first time I'm opening this, so I'm going through it with you guys. I don't see any broken parts or anything. These are your pedals. You get the main unit, you get the legs, you get the pedals, and you get the simple assembly instruction and all the screws that you need. And everything is neatly packaged, so you don't have to worry about losing anything. This is your resistance knob from low to high. It's very similar to QB and other devices that I've covered. Unlike the first version that I covered, this actually has numbers on it, so you know exactly how much effort you're putting in, and it's supposed to be much harder. When you're trying to assemble this, they do tell you not to remove the lower foam, but I did it anyway. I suppose that helps to stabilize this as you install these different sections. I don't think it actually damages the device or anything. It seems very simple. You just have to attach a bunch of these different screws and you're set. Now I've returned this to the state that they said in the guide for assembly. First you have to remove these. You want to make sure that your L side goes here and upside down, because you are doing it upside down. And the long side actually sticks out from this side, so like that. And you do that for the right side as well. You're gonna need one of these washers and one of these. Just put it right there. All of these are numbered, so you can actually assemble this very quickly. So now I've attached these, and now it's time for the pedals. You want to be careful about, if you get this and you see that it doesn't stabilize, could be that you have this inserted the wrong way. These are not glued in, so they come out with a little bit of pressure, and they could come out during the shipping. These are your pedals, a little bit different from the other ones. These smaller screws are used there, so pretty straightforward. They're just, what, 10, 12 pieces to put in. You have to use the smaller one. So it's tight. That's about it. This is assembled. Now I have no idea what these are. I have to see, are these for protection, for some sort of accessory? So the Therascoop is a little bit wider than the previous version. Just go like that. I do think it fits under most desks, so it's not going to be an issue, especially because it's not that tall. You get the width from here to here. It's very convenient. It's not that heavy either, so you can move it around fairly easily. Just take it anywhere I want, and I'm just doing it by one hand, but even if you need two, just not that heavy. You can just hold this to reset it. That's 0. This is the lowest level. Does bi-directional movement, so you can move in and move out. In that regard, you can change direction however you're comfortable with. Even the number 1 resistance here, which is the lowest, seems to be a little bit harder than my original scoop, so I don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe I'm just because it's new and I want it to be that way. The 8 is definitely very tough. As you go higher, it goes from something that you would use for rehab to something that you would use for improving your athletic performance or strengthening your legs. It is thicker than the other version, but it also has more resistance and gives you a more complete workout. So I'm measuring the noise level. And this is level 5. You can go all the way to 8 or to 1. Simple mechanism. This shows you your count time calories. You can reset by holding like that. So one difference between these two, which is very important, is that this is actually heavier. So when you work on it, it doesn't actually slip. Whereas this one, you probably need an anti-slip mat. I use dumbbells in the back to make sure that it stays put because it's lighter and it's easier to move around. But at the same time, when you're exercising and you're pushing hard, it kind of moves. So you want to have that anti-slip mat under it. If I try hard enough, there will be a little bit of movement. It's the low level, so make sure that's low so I can go as fast as possible. So I tried as fast as I could. There's not much movement, not like that. Just moved off from the original position a little bit because I tried hard. Whereas this is heavy enough to stay put, which is one of the biggest pluses. The other one is that you actually have this resistance and it's actually noticeable from 1 to 8. Whereas this had this knob here, there's no number, increase and decrease, but I didn't actually notice that much difference between the highest level all the way to the back to the lowest level. The pedals are also a little bit different. These are shorter. I'm gonna try different levels. This is level 1. Can go very fast. Now let's go level 2. Shouldn't be that much difference that you can't tell in the video. Whereas if I go level 5, let's say, level 6. Now that is actually hard. And level 8, which is my favorite. This is actually takes effort and you can feel it in your legs. But this goes beyond rehab and it's for strengthening your legs. That's about it. This was the Therascoop. This is the more advanced version of the Scoop Lateral trainer. It's a little bit more expensive, but it has more resistance. It has more weight in the base, so you can exercise with confidence that it's not gonna move around. It has this handle that you can use to move it around, which is convenient. It's pretty stable. There is no real movement that I noticed. I would probably improve the pedals a little bit still, but that's just my preference. You may like it. It's not a deal breaker. I exercise with this all the time, so that's not going to be an issue. Previous version was great for rehab and mobility training. This can do that at level 1 or 2. When you go to level 7 and 8, it becomes more of a challenge for your legs, so it works your muscles much harder. For more information, check the description. Also go to Gadgetify.com. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.